welcome to our audience who's watching on the live stream out there. There are a few cameras around. For those of you at home, if you want to make donations, find donation links, or see the concert program, go to www.gettinghigherchoir.ca, and you'll see everything there. We are honored this evening to be sharing all the net proceeds of the concert with the IRSSS, that's the Indian Residential School Survivor Society, and the Aboriginal Coalition to End Homelessness Society.
Thanks. I'm Cathy Baker. Thank you. Yes, I'm Cathy Baker, daughter of Patricia Baker, granddaughter of Mary McKinnon, great-granddaughter of Sarah Jubb. I trace my maternal lineage to Yorkshire in what we call England. I'm not originally from these lands, but there are threads of stories and people that connect me to this land, the Lekwungen people's territory. I'm grateful to the Songhees and Esquimalt nations and the Wasanich peoples.
I am Dick Jackson, son of Olha Bodrug, grandson of Anna Urbanovich, of the Hutsul people of Western Ukraine, who came to Treaty 2 territory in what's now known as the Manitoba's Interlake. I too thank and honor the Coast Salish nations and the unceded lands that we live on. Our families and so many others among us were not invited here, yet we have made our homes in this land. There is much more to learn about living in a good way with each other and with this land.
Take a look around. See who's here. There's a certain glow in the space. Perhaps it's the warmth that we're picking up from each other. Or maybe it's the warmth we're picking up from this welcoming fire. Throughout human history, people have gathered around fires to share, to tell stories, to sing and dance, to learn. We're so glad that you've come in from the cold to join us tonight in sharing the fire. As our singers come in, and to help us all to settle into these lands, we'll sing a song in the spirit of blessing. And by that word blessing, I mean gratitude and respect. And we invite any of you who catch on to join in. It goes like this. Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this ground. Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this ground. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this ground. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this ground. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this ground. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this ground. Humbly and with gratitude, with remembering the ancient ones who walk this ground. Humbly and with gratitude. Cathy. You all sound so beautiful. We thank our friend Lawrence Cole for that song. Lawrence lives in the territory of the Chimacum people in what we call Port Townsend, Washington. So how did we all come to be here? Where did life start? The late American singer-songwriter Dave Carter tells us a story with an astonishing sweep across time. From the primordial ooze to current days, please enjoy The Gentle Arms of Eden.
Till the
invite you to picture yourself sitting around a fire, maybe like this one, talking with friends. Listen to the crackle and pop of the embers. You follow the smoke rising straight up, and you notice stars coming out one by one. Imagine feeling right at home and sharing dreams and hopes for the future. The late Jack Layton urged us to always have a dream that will outlast your lifetime. I wonder what dream seeds were first planted by our ancestors. I do believe that some have already, and many more will, become reality in our lifetime. I thank my brother Richard for suggesting this classic Canadian rock number by the Cooper Brothers, recorded and hitting the charts in 1979. We bring you The Dream Never Dies.
The
There are songs about conscription that are a distinct category in Ukrainian folk music. They're called rekrutsky pisni. They often reflect the emotional toil of military service, particularly during times when young men were forcibly drafted into imperial armies, for example, under the Austro-Hungarian Empire or the Russian Empire. Such songs were ways for communities to process their collective grief, offer solidarity, and preserve the memory of those who had left. They also served as subtle critiques of the systems of oppression that disrupted traditional ways of life. We thank our friend Valya Levchenko from Kyiv, Ukraine, for bringing this song to our hearts. This is Oi Halochki Chubarochki. And for you to follow along like subtitles, we have a slide. Bear in mind, this style of singing is meant to carry from one valley across to the next valley. This is not a subtle sort of style of folk music, just so you're ready.
Oi, halochki, chubarochki, kruti horin krili. Kruti horin krili. Kruti horin krili. Molodi nekrotiki, žalju narobili. Žalju narobili. Žalju narobili. Oj, haločki, čuvaročki, pidni bića voru. Pidni bića voru. Pidni bića voru. Molodi nekrotiki, vernica do domu. Vernica do domu. Vernica do domu. Vernica do domu.
As Dick mentioned, that style of singing is meant to carry over hills and across the valleys. And if it truly did, perhaps the young conscripts could hear the plea of their loved ones. This next song, in a very different style, is by British musician Rick Kemp. It might be just the kind of message someone longing for home would hold in their heart. We bring you Somewhere Along the Road.
Just to mention, this was arranged by our friend Dennis Donnelly.
Somewhere along the road.
February is also Black History Month. Let's learn a little about Flonzie Brown Wright, if you haven't heard much about her. She's 82 years old this year. She was a civil rights activist in the US and a voting rights activist. When she was asked if she ever felt like quitting this hard road that she was on, she was quoted as saying, "Every night!" But she always found hope with the rising sun and kept on doing the work. Our friend Greg Greenway, who might be watching us, as far as we know, songwriter who's been a guest with our choir here a few years ago, he wrote this song to honor Flonzie Brown Wright. We'd like to amplify his voice and add some hope for Greg's own journey as he enters a crucial point in his own cancer treatment. So this is for you, Flonzie, and for you, Greg. This is called That's Where the Hope Comes From.
Just a little bit of hope, everybody, a little bit of hope.
Everyone, oh my heart is broken.
The work is never done.
You could quit every night, tired of the fight.
Up comes the morning sun, then your heart is still beating, beating. That's where the hope comes from. That's where the hope comes from. Just a little bit of hope. Everybody, a little bit of hope. Everyone, oh my feet are tired. The race is very run. You can quit every night, tired of the fight. Up comes the morning sun, and your feet start moving, moving. That's where the hope comes from. That's where the hope comes from. Just a little bit of hope. Everybody, a little bit of hope. Everyone, oh my hands are weary. The work is never done. You can quit every night, tired of the fight. Up comes the morning sun, and your hands you start working, working. That's where the hope comes from. That's where the hope comes from. Just a little bit of hope. Everybody, a little bit of hope. Everyone, oh my voice is faltering. The song is barely sung. You can quit every night, tired of the fight. Up comes the rising sun, and your hand starts singing, singing. That's where the hope comes from. Everybody starts singing, singing. That's where the hope comes from. Everybody starts singing, singing. That's where the hope comes from. That's where the hope comes from.
What is this? Oh, thank you. Okay.
We have things right.
Wow. Okay.
We're here already.
That's where the hope comes from, indeed. Your donations have the power to bring hope. And we're so glad that the proceeds from this choir are going to some very important organizations. Before I mention them, I just want to acknowledge that with us, the organizers of the Victoria Orange Shirt Day, we have Eddie Charlie and Kristen Spark. Go ahead and,
Kristen Spray.
pardon me, Kristen Spray. Okay, Kristen Spray. Go ahead, stand up if you like. We won't make you come up, but just, great. Everybody, great. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. The Indian Residential School Society thanks all of you for coming and contributing to the important work that they do. Their offices are based in Vancouver, and it wasn't possible for someone from there to be here today. We're grateful to be one small part of the important work that they're doing. We had expected somebody from the Aboriginal Coalition to End Homelessness, but as it happened, something came up at the last minute and they're not able to be here. But they did send a text message, which I'll take a look at. So they did let me know, and they have words that they really wanted us all to hear. So just one moment. These are from Julia O'Quinn, who is the, I know I wrote it down, the Associate Executive Director. Thank you. So I'm endlessly grateful for all the care and efforts that have gone into planning a memorable night. Please extend our deepest gratitude to the gathering here, this beautiful community of people and performers, for helping to bring home and care for our unhoused brothers and sisters all across the city and the island. And she looks forward to an opportunity to meeting more of us in person at some point. There we go. Okay, that's you. Sweet. Yeah.
What were you going to say? Oh, yes, that was Julia from the ACEH.
That's right.
Very good. Thank you, Julia. Okay. We first met Alex, also known as Pindian. That's his stage name. Alex Taylor McCallum. First met him when we heard him singing at Alex Goodwin Hall on September 30th, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. His truth-telling through hip-hop lyricism was profoundly moving. And it was also clear he has a healthy sense of fun. Check out the music video of a song that he co-created with some teenagers called the Bannock Mechanics. The favorite food of a lot of the kids in from the Native Friendship Center that he was helping with. We also had an opportunity to join him when he asked us to back him up on a song he performed at the Housing Justice Day at the legislature. We had a desire to do what we can to amplify his message and maybe bring his music to a wider audience. So, not that he needs our help, but we got together with him over tea to talk, and we're very grateful for his warmth and his courage to say yes to this opportunity to collaborate. Our whole choir kind of fell in love with him when he came to a couple of our practices to get to know us and share some more of his own story. Soon, you'll get to hear much more from him and his capable bandmates, Sammy Kay and Sina Valizadeh. For now, though, we'd like to ask Alex on stage for one song before we take a 20-minute intermission. Here's Alex to introduce the song.
Yo! 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 Gela Kessler, Klako, Klako! Heichko, CM, Heichko, CM! Call and response, I love it. Never heard that said back by so many people before, wow. So I just want to quickly speak before we hop into it, hip and hop into it. Yeah, so my name on my birth certificate is Alexander Nicholas Taylor McCallum. My Kwakala name is Zaki Sawai. From my Kwakwak side of the family, and I'm Kwakwak and Nuchana from the nations of the Mumtigila, Muskamag, Zawadenok, Numgis, Kwagiof, Tlawitsis, Heshquit, Muacha, and Tlayout, what nations? But I was born here. And have lived most of my life here on this territory, as a lot of us, I'm sure, have. Maybe some of us have come to this territory from different places. But yeah, although my ancestry, although I am not descended from this territory originally, I like to say commonly that I, through my 32 years of life, have gained a deep connection to this land, to this territory. I like to acknowledge it every day when I pray in my own way. And I like to, of course, as we often hear, acknowledge it before we start a program or a show or a gig like this. And yeah, I, through my life, have gained connection to, I would say, people originally from this land, from the Songhees and Esquimalt nations and the Westanic nations, and have some relatives. I have a big, big family tree, and I don't lie when I say that I have thousands of cousins, hundreds of uncles and aunties. A couple of them are here today, dozens of grandmas and grandpas, because we never had a word in our languages for great auntie or great uncle. My grandmas and my grandpa's siblings are like my grandmas and grandpas as well, or my nanny Yeksus and my Adas. And you'll hear it later, but on the program you might see us that we will be doing a song called Maryland. And I'll be talking about that later. But I just want to say quickly before, if I can. I want to... This guy, I was just saying I want to say quickly before, if I can, if I can. What was I saying? I just want to say quickly before, if I can, you know, I would say that this experience has been a unique experience for me. I'm sure, I don't want to speak on behalf of other people, but I'm sure it's been a unique, significant experience for everyone in the choir here. And the leaders of the choir who I've gotten to know throughout the past few months now, or more, since November, or September. We didn't meet then in September, but yeah, since November, when we collaborated together, and I was approached about doing this show together. I immediately said yes, but you know, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, saying yes to being a part of an amazing, unique, significant show like this, performing in a place like this. In front of all you here on the Kwangan territory. And I just want to say briefly, I'll talk more about it later, but I say this is different for all of us because as we continuously rehearse together, it dawned on me and it made me think that this is like reconciliation in action. Reconciliation is a beautiful word. It really is in the English language. The definition of reconciliation is a beautiful word. But I've been weary of using it because of the way it's been used by the Canadian government, with maybe some action towards reconciliation, but I think much more can be done. I won't get too deep into it, but you know, this to me is local musical reconciliation in action. Where have you ever seen before a choir of predominantly older settler folks collaborate with an indigenous hip-hop MC, an Iranian drummer, the beat master Sina Valizada, and a Jewish bassist, my good friend Sammy K, in the United Church, blending choir-esque, harmonious background vocals with rawly spoken hip-hop. You're about to see what I mean, and I just want to say one more time briefly that You know, a lot of the lyrics you might hear me say, I'm going to speak about some really heavy topics tonight. That's what we're here to do, because despite our differences, our goals with music are the same. Music, I would say, I don't want to speak on behalf of other people, but I would say that music, in our own distinct way, is our form of activism. It's our own form of speaking up. It's our own form of contributing back to community. It's our own form of uplifting our audiences and making them think about certain subject matter that we might not hear about as often as we might should. And yeah, this first song is called Free, and some of you might recognize it, maybe. Maybe not. But it's a shorter song that is an intro to an album by a hip-hop group from Atlanta called Goody Mob, who I would say, in a good way, really blend Southern gospel music into hip-hop, and it's it made, as I worked together with the Getting Higher choir, it really made me write and reflect on the topic of freedom. I haven't always felt free in my life. I don't always feel free as I walk in the city we call Victoria today. But in the past 3.5 years, I am, as they say, I have been alcohol-free for 3.5 years, almost 4 years. I'm just kidding. Thank you. But I say alcohol-free because I am free from the captivity that once contained me. Gela Kessler. This song is called Free.
Created song, living this life, a constant struggle each and every day. Some wonder why I'd rather die than to continue living this way. Many are the truth, 'cause no one seems to really know. Well, I won't accept that this is how it's gonna be. Devil, you got to let me and my people go. Creator, 'cause I wanna be free.
Completely free. Come and save me.
I wanna be free.
Totally free. I'm not gonna let this world worry me.
Now, I wanna be free. Free as a buckworm can be. Free, flowing like a river towards an estuary where it connects to the sea, which surpasses borderlines and mapped territories. I want to be free, free from captivity, free from drunk tanks, cell blocks, and confined solitary. The big iron doors will not contain me, pain or restrain me, 'cause I and we freely, like a caged bird and meant to fly high throughout the sky. My baby birds and I, 'cause I want to be free.
Completely free. Creator, please come and save me.
I wanna be free.
Totally
I wanna be free from racial slurs cursed at me directly in the downtown streets of this city. Free from stereotypes and assumptions that cause I'm brown, I'm good for nothing. Cause I'm meant to be and do something. Get up, speak up, rise up against dysfunction. And now I'm alcohol free. A drink brought to our shores which once possessed me. Now I'm free with the ability to see clearly with purely pure clarity. Free as one within a community in unity. My cousins are my relations in me. With the freedom of choice, freedom raising utilize my voice. Drumming with my baby boys as all my native people rejoice. Free to decolonize our minds, free from the shackles that bind us from Alert Bay all the way to Palestine. Free! Cause I wanna be free.
Completely free. Creator, please come and save
We all wanna be free.
totally free. I'm not gonna let this world worry me.
No more. Free!
Thank you. We're going to take a 20-minute break. For people who might need to know where the washrooms are, they're through those doors, and if you walk straight towards the big screen, just before you hit the wall, turn left, and there's a corridor that has many, many washrooms there. There will be QR codes posted here for you to make additional donations if you're able to. And you can learn more about these organizations possibly by talking to each other. There may be people in the room who know more about the ACEH and the IRSSS. And I checked in with Kristen and Eddie, and if people would like a chance to speak with them, they'll be available here and perhaps stretching legs out in the foyer.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Enjoy a 20-minute break. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, I hope you enjoyed an opportunity to connect and learn a little bit more about each other. Great. So welcome back, everyone, and welcome back to Alex, along with Sammy Kay and Sina Valizide. Please put your hands together for Pindian and the Nation of Creation Collective.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hello again. I don't normally introduce this song, but this is a bit of a different show, so I feel a bit compelled to talk a bit about it. We usually, where I come from in my Kwak side of the family, start with a morning song in our potlatches and our ceremonies, in our ceremonial big houses, with a morning song to acknowledge those that have passed away in our lives, so we can continue on with our scheduled programming in a good way and take care of that grief that we may be feeling, acknowledging people in their lives that, in my belief, are in the spirit world, are making their transition into the spirit world. And I would just like to dedicate this song to people in my life that have passed away from overdose, alcohol-related death, far too young of age at times. I'd like to dedicate this to the residential school, those who went to residential school that did not come back. Because, I'll talk more about it soon, but as we know, the number went from 215 in Suquamish territory and has now surpassed the hundreds, and has now surpassed the thousands. And they haven't searched my home territories, but when they do, the numbers will increase. This is a mourning song. Our contemporary take on the mourning song, Gelikasa.
Rest in peace to my main man Beast. I'll paint a piece for you and all my other brothers deceased. All my unks and aunties no longer calling me Weiss. Each branch of the family tree from Guayi to Yalis to Sakis. And I hope you have found some peace, and our ancestors of the spirit world have embraced you with care and love. Peace dance upon the clouds above. If only I could get one more hug, and may I be sober another day as I pour out a beer for my Grandpa Ray and all my relations that have passed away. Now in the grounds from Heshquit to Uller Bay and beyond, and to my friend I know I'll see you again someday. May you hear these mournful words that I say as I pray in my own way. Into my quality, the pain is over. The best thing I can do for you now is remain sober. I mean it, unks. No more wild drunks and hangovers. From now on, it's Novembers to remembers and sober Octobers. I'll see you on the other side, but I'm no longer living fast on a rocky ride. So it's gonna be a while. I got some seeded and carving, gotta develop my style. I mean it, unk. No more acting wild like I used to. You'll be proud of the way I raise my quad like you, like you used to. And be for sure they'll be hanging out with yours, but of course, let's take it easy on ourselves as the spirit world opens its doors. Remember, we do everything in force, everything in force. That's what Wallace Guayam said, everything in force, everything in force. So let's burn some medicine and give the liquor a pour. Remember, we do everything in force, everything in force. Woo. 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 I let out For house of grief, for our dear departed wolf clan chiefs, and cleanse myself in the water for momentary relief of the senses. This is for the missing and murdered women, two spirits and children. This is for my late grandma Marilyn. This is for my great grandpa Bob, granddad Pat, Papa Jimmy, and the late Uncle Action Jackson Taylor. No, I'm here with a mind clear, avoiding the jailers, but I'm glad we had some bonding time in prison. No, I'm rising above the corrupt system of mass brown incarceration that traumatizes all, put behind prison bars and walls, released only to become victims of the fentanyl that's in it all. So let's take it easy on ourselves and don't call upon the dealer when the coroner calls. So let's burn some medicine and give the liquor a report. Remember, we do everything in force, everything in force. Pindian in the nation of creation, everything in force, everything in force. This next song is called A Letter to Canada, and it was written as a response to hearing the news of the 215 found in the Suquamish territory by a Kamloops school, residential school site. And I was just talking to someone about how a lot of my relatives went to St. Michael's residential school. Some of my relatives, I just found out recently, went to a residential school that was closer around here, and some of my relatives went to a residential school that was in the New Channel territory area around Port Alberni. This is called A Letter to Canada. Sina, if you please. Canada, red and white. Feed us all fire, water to fuel the duels and fights. I try to stay resilient despite how you set my great-great-great-grandpa's box of treasures alight. Shut down our ceremonial social functions. In the name of the Lord with guns and swords, commit child abductions. Attempt to chop down a tree of life and replace it with dysfunction. Canada, for you I paint this blood red pictograph to depict a sick, destructive, masochistic aftermath. Claiming tried to teach our people to be civil, yet use evil methods of wretchedness and sadistic wrath. Claim we were on the wrong path. Son of a preacher man, oh you make me laugh out of anxious, angered, apprehension. Son of a preacher man, oh you failed to mention what was a haunted house of vile, hostile, high tension. Control with atrocious, assimilative, evil, hypocritical, sinful intention. Oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, oh Canada, you try to separate our people From our arena queese with this pavement, disguisedly make sneaky weasel arrangements. Where apparently savages becomes the common statement. As my elders speak the truth bravely, it's hard to face it. As I continually hear these horror stories, let's face it. Wreck-con simulation does not seem near upon this stolen land of intergenerational racists. Where buckwump people are locked up, missing and murdered on a daily basis. Oh Canada, these words that I speak are for you. Oh Canada, we are done with your blatant abuse. Your firewater is no longer the drink that I choose. I'm not a dumb drunk engine that is born to lose. Oh settler, don't believe the hype of racist stereotypes. Oh settler, you better take the time to listen and hear these words that I write. This intergenerational genetic traumatic memory cannot be easily wiped. We cannot stay idle while our home environment is threatened by the irreversible impacts of a leaky pipe. Oh cousin, the number only started at 215. All my relations, I wish this nightmare was only a dream. I will not be another victim of your Canadian Club fire water system. I know you will not take the time to respond or listen to the requiem I've written for my grandma Marilyn McCallum murdered, and to all those missing. Oh, no, that I miss her so, as long as the grass will grow and the Nimkish River flows. You can take your queen upon your $20 bill and place it down in your landfill, placed upon these burial grounds. Oh Canada, do the sounds of the children's spirits give your bones the chills. I do not believe you'll clear the water when the venom spills, or heal the salmon people that feel it deep within their gills. Oh Canada, you are still our guests, and we are still your hosts. Oh Canada, you have turned our coast into a realm of hungry ghosts. So for them, use a spirit plate. If you want to offer one too, please don't let them wait. Oh Canada, I do not believe these retcon simulative words that you state, as I bear witness to these corruptive systems that you still create. As pictures are shots with a cheers and a toast to commemorate a history of smallpox spread across the West Coast. Into the RCMP that took our reasons to live away, which they are still actively doing today. How How much will you continue to take as your black snake venom spills into our rivers and lakes? Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. I'm still alive. Kayla Kessler. This next song's called A Message. I was just talking to my dear friend Eddie Charlie over here about a journey I went on and back 12 years ago with my late uncle Bo Dick, Wallace Guayam. I don't have enough time to get into the story today, but this next song is dedicated to him and a dream that I had of him. He's a dear mentor in my life who I miss dearly. This song is dedicated to Bo Dick. Cena, let's show these people. Oh, yeah. Late night at the beach, digging some clams when my gnome came down with some huckleberry jam. Even brought the drumstick down for a jam and some firewood too, so we could barbecue some salmon. On the rocks by the Salish Sea, she threw my voice down with some stinging nettle tea. And then, oh, snap, guess what I seen? It was Wallace Guayam waving its big tail fin at me. And I blowhole like it sensed supernatural essence. I spat some salt water back to acknowledge its presence. Maybe it was in my head, but I swear I could hear a spirit say, "Yo, Reese, I'm glad to see you're finally doing okay." Holy muck, it's as if my feet were stuck in the sand. Said Reese, as long as you continue to walk this land, there's some lessons I want you to remember and understand. Oh, well, lost Canadians continually speak your truth and be proof to the young lost struggling buckworm youth that you must live in balance between both sides of the CCU. And then it swam away. And then it swam away. And then it swam away. And then he swam away. My uncle swam away. And then he swam away. I could hear his whale song as he swam. After laughter, I shed a tear. 'Cause for a moment I was not sure if I would see him again. But Ganum said his spirit is always near. And no, not of this sport, his spirit never truly disappears. So I still think about him every time I hear. You can get up and dance. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you. It's okay. Well, I say, yo ho, yo away, yo away, yo away, away, hey away, hey yo away, yo away, yo away, away, hey yeah. How are we doing for time over there? Okay. How are we doing for time over here? Yeah, okay, I like that answer. We're gonna switch vibes up now. But before we do, please everybody give it up for Sina on the drums. And everybody, Sammy K on the bass. And me on the wind chimes. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna do a crazy lineup change right now. And this song is, like I said, you know, I'm 3.5 years alcohol free from the captivity that once contained me. I started using drugs and alcohol at the early age of 11 at this, in the city, on this territory. I grew up, I would say, my parents are young. My parents were young when they had me. And, my parents did not go to residential school. I would say my parents are the generation after their parents who went to residential school. And I would just want to remind everybody that those intergenerational genetic traumatic effects that I speak of are real. But you know what? As I cut alcohol out of my life, I aim to break these cycles of dysfunction and raise my kids, my 2 sons, Gillan Ani Dakota Henry Taylor and Rudy Bo Taylor, in a different way. And this next song is all about sobriety. It's not easy. After 17 years of using drugs and alcohol, it makes you really reflect a lot. That's why I've written so much that's why I've written so many lyrics. I've written to a point where I was going through a bit of a writer's block until I met the Getting Higher Choir, who forced me. I'm just kidding, they didn't force me, but they inspired me to write some new songs, 2 new songs I've never performed. We've never performed live before. This next song is called Tales of the Red Road, and we're gonna end with this one, Gayla Kessler. For you out there, we're gonna change the vibe a little bit. Getting a little softer, you know? It's time I serenade you all. A little ballad. Is that okay? Now, no boozing. The red road is the path that I'm now choosing. I walk along the tracks to evade the city's intrusions, then trek home to steep a herbal tea infusion. Helps ward off that colonial illusion, cause firewater only propels the wheels of confusion. Trying to pick up the pieces of my mind I was losing, how when so many memories are trauma-inducing. It's like each and every recollection triggers me, nearly sabotaging my can control in symmetry, as if Jim Beam was pulling the strings for me as a master of puppetry. So many blood spit nights of delinquency delinquency. But now I'm elevating to a higher power's frequency. And the only thing I'm chugging is 2 or 3 cups of tea. Heck yeah, and make it a double as I navigate through the wreckage and rubble. A native like me was always in the trouble, but the high was bound to burst like a bubble. Pop goes the liquor, great devourer of souls, consuming all that surrounds like a black hole. Cousin saying, yo, my bro, you're out of control, losing your soul supposedly in the name of rock and roll, killing yourself to live, but you're doing it slow, but steady with each line, shot and hard pill to swallow. Some blueprints you don't want your juniors to follow. But now I'm rising up. But now I'm rising up. But now I'm rising up like a totem pole. And sometimes I can feel so hollow in solitude, wallowing in my sorrow. But hey, I won't be hung over tomorrow, asking someone if they got some lucky coins I can borrow for one. But you know, one is never the peak. One day turns to weeks till you're on a year-long streak. Your tolerance, moderation, and will is weak till the pain packs are just sharp as a raven's beak. Gets to the point when the binge just ain't so fun, and the punchline of the party are like a big old pun. Made it past 27, but still at the risk of dying too young, letting the crescendo of your ballad go unsung. Letting the crescendo of your ballad go unsung. Ain't it fun? No. So I sing. Oh. Keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on walking down the red road, cousin. Keep on walking, walking, keep on walking down that red road, cousin. Keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on walking down the red road, cousin. Keep on walking, walking, keep on walking down the red road, cousin. Yeah. Kayla Kessler, thank you. We were gonna serenade you with a Louis Armstrong song, but we don't have enough time. Next time, I will.
Pindian.
Yay, thanks, Pindian and the Nation of Creation Collective. While the choir comes on back up. That's right. Just want to say a little bit about the composer of the next song, which is a collaboration. So we are going to be hearing a little more. We were really impressed with the music of Ale Blakely. Did anyone here get to her workshop last month? She did a workshop at the Church of Truth. I highly encourage you to look up Ale Blakely or Alexandra Blakely. The song that we're going to sing comes from her album called Spells from the Unknown. And it encapsulates some of what we're up to here, gathering to share songs and stories as a step towards some much needed collective healing. The layers that the choir will be singing are Ale Blakely's words, and Alex Pindian has written some other words to go along with them. So as we're settling in, we present the song called Spell for Intergenerational Trauma. Dick Jackson, I think, is bringing up another small piece of equipment that Alex needs for this one. The tablet? There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Intergenerational trauma passed down through my mama's mama and papa's papa. No longer will I drift farther, my father, from the root of our family's tree. As one with nature, I will nurture and tend to the seeds, cause the mass plot thickened by greed will not succeed. For you, this is my warning to heed a wolfish decree. Your whiskey is something that I don't need, and I never will again. The buckworm in me cannot be killed. The peer pressure applied will not weaken my will. I'll topple your chalice of malice and give it a spill. Although your language was my first, I've learned to use it with skill as I've survived throughout 32 winter chills, rocks, bottoms, and pills, and emerged through decay like a daffodil as I blossom and bloom, declining, enticing, inviting hands of doom. No more will I consume on these streets of gloom. Like the raven, I'm releasing a light with a spark to unite, and I'm feeling alright as I howl away my blues under the moonlight, buried in light foresight, trying to live in balance between the wrong and right. There is a time to defend and the power that we to fight.
up my act. And now I'm here, newly inspired as I'm sharing the fire with the Getting Higher choir. With a system rewired, learning lessons from all that's transpired. No longer do I wallow in the mire after old solutions backfire. Caught in the crossfire while acting haywire, and I shine on like a sapphire as I aspire to be a breaker of cycles who once was lost but now am free. Healing at the root within my vast family tree. My baby boys, my sons and me. Healing at the root of our family tree. We're getting higher, higher and me, for all to see. Breaking these cycles of intergenerational trauma. Rippling through to the ancient ones, to Nangamala, my ancestors, to Wallace Guayam and many more. My last song with the choir tonight, on this evening. I thank you all for coming along this wild ride with me, paddling along, as we talk about some heavier subject matter for a good cause. Gelakesa. This next song means a lot to me. And it's dedicated to my grandma, Marilyn McCallum. And it's entitled Marilyn, and I wrote it. And it was originally the beat that I usually perform it to is made by my friend, my Anishinaabe friend, I believe is in the audience somewhere, Holly. And this is the remix. On a more serious note, I lost my grandma at a young age. Back when I was in grade 3 in Blanchard Elementary, when it was still there. And as I've worked with this choir, I found out that my grade 1 teacher, Miss Hellard, is in the choir. And you know, it really struck me emotionally because, you know, she was not my teacher at the time. I lost my grandma. Like I said, I was in grade 3, but it just hit me emotionally because I knew that she was there around the time my life changed immensely. We lost my grandma far too young, and I just gotta say that she is one of the many murdered Indigenous women of this country we call Canada today. And this song goes out to her, to all my Amos family, my David family, my Neutrano family, and all missing and murdered, not only Indigenous women, but all missing and murdered Indigenous women and two-spirited people of this country. Gelakesa.
And Sina and Sam will be playing along to this song as well. Thank you for bearing with us. I think the show's going on longer than expected. But you know, not too many people have left. I'm just kidding. This choir has gotten to know I have a silly sense of humor sometimes. Anyway. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light, like a assassin hovers in flight, forward and back and left to right. The assassin, new charm of word, hummingbird. This is for her. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light. My elder that did not make it to be an elder. My blood shines. She shines bright like an orange fluorescent light. My elder that did not make it to be an elder. A blood so strong. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light. My elder that did not make it to be an elder. A blood tie so strong that no colonial sword could sever. Two birds of a feather walking in a flock together. Blanketed in deer skin leather that'll last forever. For worse or better, ending never. I said to the present team once again, keeping the family together with a hummingbird's agility so clever. Wings of float of water, so significant that there can never be another beloved, cherished great grandmother looking over me and my little brother. My girl, all we do, and his little brother. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
This is for my grandma, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
I call her the name to the full moon with a mournful howling from the night to the early morning, from the dusk till it's dawn, and all my relations have this morning in common. I think of her when I see the call I want to humming. I sing for her with my uncle God, Louis drumming. For her I descended from those that prayed before hunting. Whales, sea lions, all brought from the sea. Culture rules everything around my grandmama and me. My blood through her runs deeper than the sea. Roots of the David and famous family tree, and reassured that I will see her again eventually. I feel like ancestors supporting and uplifting me, helping me to find a moment of solace and clarity. Creating me, please grant me with the serenity to take it 1 month, 1 millisecond, 1 weekend at a time. I said my prayers, I work through the wind chimes as I trek through the city's
true. I do not understand the evil that too many men do that lives on and on. Like an old bluesy sounding murder ballad of a song. Grandma, help me be at a balance between the right and the wrong. Help me be resilient and strong. As I shape shift and prosper, learn how to do local protocols proper. Take off and flight and dodge these broken coppers. Cause they got a box of treasures worth to offer. The savage diaries, yes, I am the author. I'm gonna take a bow and lean back and drink a urchin like a sea otter. All that I do, ain't learn and learn is for her. My grandmother. And her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. One more time, Marilyn. Marilyn. My blood for her, I am a descendant of the Heshwood and Tayoko, with ties to the Louis family of the housing. I call upon my eternal ancestors as the sun sets, and leave my grief on this floor to rest, in this fire to rest. I have not always been the best, I must confess. But my grandma is close like the pins pinned onto my Pindian vest, yes. And for her I am blessed to swim away from this mess. How could a man take away the best? I don't know. But bad medicine comes back to you when you use it, I guess. And this I know, this I suppose. But the show must go on. This is another morning song that will evolve as a hummingbird comes along. You know her name, so sing along. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn. One more time, everyone say her name with me, Marilyn. Marilyn. Claco, claco.
Thank you. Thank you, Pindian and the Nation of Creation. Thank you, Alex Taylor McCallum, Senator. There is so much to be grateful for in our world, and of course, there is much work to be done to truly bring about the kind of justice and the harmony that we all want. In the meantime, sharing the fire, hearing each other, listening deeply, and singing together are powerful acts of resistance.
This next song is by Heather Houston of Santa Cruz, California, on the unceded territory of the Awaswas-speaking Yupi tribe. Tending the Spark is what we are doing here.
We just need to check. This, in theory, is our second.
I saw a thumbs up.
You
back
saw a
there.
thumbs up?
Yep.
Okay,
Thumbs up.
all right. We have 2 more. Great. Oh, and the binder. It's on the, I see it. Of course, they have this whole thing memorized, but I need to wave my arms.
It's over here.
are here now, we have come together, we are tending the spark of
We have a number of thank yous to share. Please see the back of your program for even more shout-outs. To Broadview United Church and Lumera Productions, Janina, who is with the office here, and Carson and Marty are here taking care of the sound and lights and video. Thank you so much. There we go. I'm going to run through a few. Hold your applause for a moment. To Mike Wyeth, Chris Parnell, Judith Recenti, our social coordinators, Joe Volek, Julia James, and Marilyn Wigmore, who worked the front of house, and much more. Nicole August and the Robitaille family, bookkeeping, hospitality, and more. We've got to thank for this beautiful fire.
Yes, Susan Mooney for this, amazing.
Yes? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Amanda Tarling for photography, and of course the Aboriginal Coalition to End Homelessness and the Indian Residential Schools Survivors Society for their important work. You, our supportive and generous audience, all of our singers in the Gettin' Higher Choir, when you lift our voices, you truly lift our spirits. And Siobhan Robinsong and Dennis Donnelly for continued inspiration and mentorship.
Thank you all. So quickly, who here has ever been in the Gettin' Higher Choir? Look at them all. Half the audience. Excellent. Who's singing in other choirs or song circles in town? Yeah, lots of choir singers too. So for anyone who didn't put a hand up, we encourage you to join in a singing community. We want to reassure you that whatever background or comfort level you have with singing, we wholeheartedly invite you to come sing with us. We'll be starting up again March 4th. If you're interested, check our website in a few days. All right.
Thanks. Thank you again all for being here tonight, for coming on this journey with all of us, for gathering close and to share the fire. Fire can be a purifying and transformative force. It lights up the dark places. It brings warmth. This last song is by our musical friend Ellen Rockney, who lives in Decorah, Iowa, in the Ho-Chunk People's Territory. It celebrates the light that is in each of us. It invites us, if we're open to the idea, to see the light in each other's eyes. There will be a part of this song where you'll be invited to sing along and to look around. You'll catch on, we think. It's an open invitation to each of us. Please enjoy We Are the Light.
I'll join you guys. Maybe I don't need
guys. The Getting Higher Choir. Go ahead, you guys. Okay, choir singers, take a bow. Here you go. 1, 2. Come on up, you guys. There's more applause for you.
Are we doing it again? Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you.